The breakdown psychology of Morpeth Clark, Galadriel. Welcome back to Director's Choice. Today I will be analyzing the character that many people can resonate with. She is loyalty and determination personified, and she won't stop until she has achieved her goals. Her name is Galadriel. We first met Galadriel in the Lord of the Rings film series, but the Galadriel I will be analyzing today is from the Rings of Power series, and she is played by Morpeth Clark. This Galadriel is quite different from the one we met in LOTR. She's a lot younger, and this shows in the decisions she makes and what she prioritizes. Her actions are more impulsive than the actions of her older, wiser self. Galadriel is one of the main characters in the new Rings of Power series. The series is a unique take on the novel written by J.R.R. Tolkien. Many fans were skeptical when it was first announced, but ever since its release, Rings of Power has received many positive reviews from fans. The series has taken fans back in time and introduced them to a different Galadriel. Here she is a young woman desperate to prove to everyone that Sauron still poses a serious threat. Her determination, inability to take no for an answer, and obstinate nature make her one of the most interesting characters in the series. So without further ado, let's get right into the breakdown of Galadriel's psychology. Her personality. Every version of Galadriel is unique and complex, but there are certain qualities that they all share. Whether it's in the books, the Lord of the Rings film series, or the Ring of Power series, Galadriel remains a determined and devoted warrior. The Galadriel we meet in Rings of Power is just as determined and devoted as the ones who came before her. After the tragic death of her brother, Galadriel made it her mission to seek revenge on the man who killed him. And even though no one else sees Sauron as a threat, she is still unwavering in her determination to kill him. She prioritizes her revenge above all else. Galadriel's brother played a huge role in making her who she is today. His lessons influenced her character and helped her control her emotions. Galadriel grew to become a fair, fearless, and fierce warrior. And although there are times when she is quick to anger, she never attacks unless she has to. Galadriel does her best to avoid conflict unless it's necessary. She doesn't trust easily and always double checks because she knows people can't always be trusted. Galadriel will become a great ruler one day, but for now, she's a rather impulsive young woman. She's impatient and rebellious, always ensuring that she gets her way in the end. This younger version of Galadriel is certainly miles away from her future self. The story of the immortal elf Galadriel during her younger years, long before she arrives in Lothlorien, is just what fans need to truly understand the Galadriel they met in the Lord of the Rings film series. That Galadriel was strong and focused, which could be seen in the moment when she resisted the temptation of One Ring. This Galadriel is slightly less strong and a lot less focused. Her impulsive nature just makes the series more interesting. She is dedicated and never gives up until her mission is complete. She loves her family and her loyalty is unmatched. Galadriel is the type of friend you would want in your corner, because when it all comes down to it, her fierce loyalty means she's always standing by your side, no matter what. She made the ultimate sacrifice so she could seek justice for her brother. Instead of going to the heavenly plane of Valinor, she left everything behind so she can hunt down and destroy the Dark Lord Sauron. She is unapologetic and determined in her mission to deliver justice, and she will not be derailed by anything. Her social life. Galadriel's social life mainly consists of her warning everyone about Sauron and everyone not taking her seriously. It must be so annoying for her to constantly warn them about the threat, only for her warnings to be constantly shut down and disregarded. How she manages to keep coming back is something that deserves to be studied. Galadriel is truly one of the most determined characters in the series. Every time she warns them, they disregard her opinion. But that doesn't stop her from trying again. Anyone else would have washed their hands and moved on with their lives, but she didn't. No matter how many times she was disregarded, she came back, every time. Galadriel from the Lord of the Rings film series has a nice relationship with her husband, Celeborn, but this Galadriel is still years away from that marriage. For now, the only thing on her mind is revenge. Her quest. The whole show revolves around Galadriel's quest. She has sworn to get revenge on Sauron, and she won't stop until she gets it. This quest leads her down many different and dangerous roads, but she's not afraid to face them because nothing is more important to her than getting revenge. Galadriel throws herself into the world with nothing to protect her from its dangers. Regardless, she faces every danger head on. This quest obviously plays a key part in changing Galadriel from the impulsive person she is in the Rings of Power series to the focused person we met in the Lord of the Rings film series. In the ROP series, her whole life revolves around the trauma of losing her brother. This is the pain that drives her to go after Sauron, and it is the reason she won't give up until she finds him. Her relationships. Galadriel had a close relationship with her brother, Finrod, before he died. As I mentioned earlier, he has a great influence on her character and all she came to be. His influence on the person she became is evident in everything that she does. Galadriel travels to Forodwaith to conduct an expedition with a group of hesitant companions. Her goal is to find evidence that can lead her to Sauron. Galadriel's relationship with the companions is interesting to watch. They clearly don't want to be there, but they join her on her quest. After finding some evidence, Galadriel wanted to continue hunting down Sauron, but her companions refused. She ended up going back to Lindon with them, even though that's the last thing she wanted to do. She would rather travel farther north until she has found Sauron. Galadriel fiercely protects the companions she travels with. During their journey, they are attacked by a snow troll, but Galadriel quickly kills it. She is loyal to these companions and will do anything to keep them safe. Galadriel has another friend named Elrond, who she is quite close to. This friend warns her about High King Gil-galad, who doesn't want her to keep hunting Sauron. Galadriel is loyal to all these people, but her greatest loyalty lies with her brother. When it was time to decide, Galadriel chose seeking revenge over going to Valinor with the others. She was ready to face whatever dangers this decision may bring as long as she can kill Sauron. Her morality. Galadriel's morality isn't all black and white. It stands in the gray area. She is vengeful because Sauron killed her brother, and so she plans to kill him. For many people, this may seem immoral, but to others, she's simply doing what she has to do. Killing Sauron would also save many other people. Sauron is the new Dark Lord, and he will stop at nothing until he has conquered Middle-earth. Galadriel is the only one who can stop him because she is the only one who sees just how much of a threat he is. Conclusion. The Rings of Power series introduces fans to a new version of Galadriel, allowing them to know what the immoral elf was like before she became who she was in Rings of Power. This is great because now fans can watch Galadriel grow. They can see all the things she did and all the decisions she made that led her to her destiny. Galadriel is a unique character. She's loyal, compassionate, kind, and determined. Once she sets her sights on something, she doesn't stop until it's hers. That brings us to the end of today's video. What do you think about Morfuth Clark's Galadriel? Does she handle the character well? Do you agree with this personality evaluation? Be sure to let me know what you think in the comments section below. Check out this recent clip by Director's Choice. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell so you don't miss any of our videos.